All right. Um, we are going to talk retention because retention is the focus of Q2. And we're going to basically, what we're going to do today is share with you our number one thing that's helping retention in our businesses. Now, quickly, before we do that, I want to go over what retention is. Just very, very briefly, what retention is not. Again, you heard me say this earlier in the live show. Retention is not a 90-piece email sequence that we send to students. I think too many people oversimplify what
everything.
Huh?
Automate everything and use AI and run your school. You're good.
Yeah, exactly. Just
you don't need human interaction. You're good.
And I just got pitched. We've been off calls for like 20 minutes, and I got pitched in between calls by a martial arts software company who said like, "Hey, I just built AI into a website so they can sell your memberships and sell your trials for you."
Yeah, good luck with that.
Okay, great, because that's what people do is they, haven't even tried your school yet, and they want to go and buy a $2,000 membership without ever having to talk to you online from a bot.
Yeah.
No, guys. No, it's not going to work. I don't care what the software companies tell you. I don't care what the ads tell you on Facebook. No bot, no like call center, no whatever is going to do the work of connecting with you and your students for you. No one will do that for you. You are responsible for doing that, creating that connection, and making people feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. And at the end of the day, that is what retention is. Retention is the feeling that someone is going to stick to something. They are connected. They feel connected to something bigger than themselves. They want to be part of it. They want to be there. And so they find they ultimately find part of their identity within that place. They say, "My name is Paul. I train jujitsu. I train jujitsu at Peak MMA." Like that is part of Paul's identity, is being connected to the school. Obviously, that is because he owns the school, but he has students, I can guarantee, who also feel like training at Peak is a part of their personality because he's been in business a long time. He's got like 9 bazillion black belts. How many black belts do you have?
A lot.
17, 20, something like that, right?
20s.
In the 20s, which is insane, by the way.
But the crazy part is I probably have 14 that train consistent with me. Some have moved away, some have, whatever, but I probably have 14 that train consistently every week.
Okay, so that's the most of anyone I know. 14.
Yeah, I can go to a class, I enroll with just black belts, and I can't get to everybody because I get too tired.
Literally.
An hour and a half. I'm like, I'm good, bro.
No one has this. People expect buy-in from people who have their own schools, but to have 14 black belts regularly training, or in the 20s of black belts who are in your academy, who have been there for over a decade, they clearly find their identity, part of their identity within the confines of Peak MMA. That is part of who they are, is them training at Peak. And that's what retention is all about. It's not the oversimplified AI. I had ChatGPT write 100 welcome emails. No, that's not the same thing. You have to understand that the ChatGPT emails are not something that's going to make 14 people trained for 15 years at Peak MMA. It's a hell of a lot more than that.